Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a really cool shift in how we can learn. Forget just passively reading or listening to your notes. What if you could actually talk to them? Let's break down exactly how you can turn your study sessions into a real, live dialogue.
You know that exact feeling, right? You're listening to something, maybe a podcast or an audiobook, and this perfect question just pops into your head, but you can't do anything about it. The audio just keeps on going, it's totally a one-way street, and that little spark of curiosity just kind of fades. But what if you could just jump in and ask? And this really gets to the core of it. So much of our learning is just passive. We're just taking information in. But real deep understanding, well, that comes from an active conversation. A back and forth where you can really dig in, ask questions, and get things cleared up. That's the huge shift we're looking at today.
So, how do we make that jump? How do we go from just being a listener to actually being a participant? Well, say hello to interactive mode. This is a new feature in NotebookLM, and it's basically your personal invitation to join the conversation.
So what is this thing really? Well, interactive mode takes the normal audio summary of your notes and turns it into a live conversation. Instead of just hearing two AI hosts discuss your stuff, you can literally interrupt them at any time with your own voice and ask a question. Think of it like having your own personal tutors, ready whenever you are.
And when you see it side by side, the difference is just huge. You go from just listening to actually participating. You get to use your voice, and the AI's response isn't some pre-recorded script anymore. It's a direct answer to your question. It's a total switch from a one-size-fits-all thing to something that's truly personalized.
Okay, just a quick heads up here. This feature is still in beta. So, what does that mean for you? Well, it might not be available for everyone just yet. You might hit a little glitch here and there, and, this is important, your voice chats aren't saved in the final audio. It's definitely a work in progress, but a super exciting one.
All right, ready to try it out? It's honestly way easier than you might think. Let's just walk through the exact steps to get your very first AI conversation started.
So it all kicks off with a new audio overview. Once you have one, you'll spot a button that says Interactive Mode Beta. Go ahead and click that. Your browser is going to ask for permission to use your mic. Just make sure you click Allow. Then, just play the overview, and anytime a question pops into your head, hit Join and ask away. The AI hosts will actually pause and answer you directly. It's pretty cool.
Now we're getting to the best part, because it's not just about being able to talk. It's about learning the art of asking good questions. That's how you really take the wheel and guide the conversation to deepen your own understanding.
So imagine the AI hosts bring up some really complex idea. Instead of just kind of letting it go over your head, you can jump right in. A simple question like, hey, can you explain that in simpler terms? Can instantly make things click and make sure you've actually got it.
Or what if a certain point really grabs your attention? You can tell the AI to go deeper by saying something like, tell me more about that third point. You're now in the driver's seat, telling the AI to expand on what's most interesting to you.
This one is such a game changer for learning. Connecting an abstract idea to a real, concrete example is one of the best ways to make new information actually stick. And asking for a real-world example is a fantastic way to do just that.
And here's where it becomes a truly personal tool. You can ask the AI to link any piece of information directly to your life or your work. Asking something like, how does this apply to my project? Turns general knowledge into a practical, useful insight you can use right away.
Okay, so to make sure you have the absolute best experience, let's run through a few pro tips and what to do if you hit a snag. We'll make sure your session goes smoothly.
So just a few quick tips. Try to keep your sessions around 30 to 60 minutes long, just to stay focused. Ask one clear question at a time. That helps keep the AI on track. Oh, and find a quiet place. It really helps with the voice recognition. And maybe keep a notepad handy, because you're definitely going to want to jot down some of the insights you get.
Now, you might hit this little snag. You ask a great question, and you just get silence. Don't worry about it. It's a pretty common thing, especially since the feature's in beta, and there's usually a simple fix. So the first thing to do is just wait. Seriously, give the AI about 10 to 15 seconds to think. If you still don't hear anything, do a quick check on your mic and make sure there isn't a lot of background noise. And if that doesn't work, just try asking your question in a slightly different way. One of these three things almost always does the trick.
At the end of the day, this is really what it's all about. This quote from the source material just sums it up perfectly. It's about bridging that gap, right? Moving from just being a consumer of information to being part of an active, personalized learning experience.
This is honestly a huge change in how we can interact with our own knowledge. It's not just static words on a page anymore. It's a living conversation that's just waiting for you to start it. So I guess the only real question left is, when you dive in, what are you going to ask first?